A pair of Leicesters.
Yes, it's quite a distinctive looking car, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Clubman 35.
And it is one of the Clubman 35s at the back, so that would make sense for it to be Adrian Leicester.
That's fine. So we can see that they're there equally. We've got the number 5 car of Neil Chapman and the 89 Brendan Herder. So I'll see the back of the scheme. Back yesterday from this paddock area. It's back out there. We know the number 5 went out to do its sort of mandatory 3 laps before they were allowed to go. And it's out there in the back. Be interesting to see. We have no idea whether to expect that car to come hurtling through this field. Really do. What is that car? That is a CSP 2. Let's have a look at the judges. That is 7th in the championship. So there's a lot of necessity as well coming through a little bit.
I'd expect Michelle Hayward to make some places as well.
Absolutely, and she'll need to. She won desperately after the nil point yesterday. She'll want to turn that one around.
Yeah, with Leicester, Hayward, the likes of those guys, there will be some moves through the order, definitely. There'll be some.
It's to be a lock-up halfway down the straight, and it's still hand up in the air, whichever car it is, hand up in the air, pulling off. Is that the number 17 car of Alan Cook, which is the CSPA Championship leader?
Yes, it is.
CSPA. Wow, so that is bad news for the CSP points leader out of this race. Lovely sort of dark green and orange on that car. I really like that one. Sadly, that just suddenly started to smoke halfway down the straight.
Let's hope that hasn't dropped any fluid through Palmer. Getting close for the race lead. It is Clive Wood there, just ahead of Steve Dickens, but it is very close. They've also got Cody Tree behind them. And then who's that that's managed to get through into 4th place? Pete Richings. Okay, right.
Yeah, the 47 car, Pete Richings, that is right there with him. There's no question it is 4 for the lead.
Into P3 over Cody Tree, coming out of Nelson and into the bomb hole. He's already picked through the order very well indeed. So we'll see how far up he can get. It's going to be quite the task for anyone in 6th and below to actually get any further up the order, because if you look at the gap between Yules and the rest of the pack already into 6th place, as a matter of fact, is Jared Leicester. So he's making up his places, but there's a very significant 10-second nearly gap between Vince. Well, that's because the 17 car's still there.
I thought he pulled off over here on the infield. Didn't make it as far as Agostini.
No, he didn't.
We've lost the 34 car Hurley, so that may well be.
Right.
What about the other car we were expecting to move for is 84 Michelle Hayward. She's up into 14th place already. 12 places gained. There you go.
Adrian Leicester doing a great job, as we expected he might.
89 down as unknown. Well, I can tell TSL who that is, but it's gone missing again. Brendan Hurd, HERD. Sadly, that would suggest that was his last move on this race.
So we side by side. Meanwhile, that is Adrian Leicester diving up to make another place at Agostini. I think he just about got it stopped in time to take the corner and the position, and yes, indeed he did, but he is well within the top 10 now and continuing to march 4th, isn't he? Might be up to 8th actually with that. Enough to do so at Ritchie's as they come out of Wilson. It's side by side between Leicester and Yules. Yules has the inside heading into Palmer. He's trying to defend his 5th position from Jared Leicester.
And the red and white car of Michelle Hayward, 84, is sat there running in 12th. But the important issue is the 2 cars in front of her, that is 1st and 2nd in her class. So just turning into Compton in 20 and 76 Hart in the yellow car. She has been with them for some time there, but she sat running 3rd in class towards Agostini at the moment. And in fact, those 2 ahead of her have such a great fight. I think she just paused to sort of let them have their own fight, and they pick up pieces. And we got a challenge now for the lead in that CSP2, because the 76 car of Hart, the yellow car, not managing to do it as they got towards Hamilton. That's a tricky moment, that corner, isn't it? Because you think you can make a pass, but it just by its nature.
It's already cleared off, 4-wheel drifting all the way through Nelson there on the CCTV. So he's now up to 5th, and his next task is rather more 7-8 seconds to Richings in fourth. Have any?
It's only that, I suspect, if he can't get that going, it's going to have to be a safety car.
Yes, it's not in a good position at all, just a couple of feet removed from the outside curve of Murray's, so that could be a safety car in a race this short. That could be.
Michelle Hayward is up second into CSP2, so she's got.
Well, hopefully not at Murray's, because there's a car stop there. There would have been yellows, but hopefully that wasn't the case. Oh, it has. Okay, that's good.
Just now coming on the start-finish race. So that's good. No. Safety car. Very abated speed, to say the least. No damage to it. No physical damage, should I say. So, just under 5.5 minutes still left to go. They're coming round with their fifth lap this time to his second lost in that final sector. With a 1:59 compared to 1:57.2, which is the fastest lap. So at the moment, Dickens has got fastest lap, gets an extra point for that, and will obviously have an impact on the grid. Yellow flag. So we do have yellow flags down at Rich's now. Who has disappeared there?
I'm gonna keep my eyes. I don't think. No, we have. Okay, yes.
It is the 89 car of Herd's. Hasn't triggered the sector 1B. Cody Tree up into that second place is just purple sector 1.
Interesting, and half a second taken out of Wood at the front of the order in just one sector. So this is going to get very interesting, and as they head towards Oggies, it is almost already a battle. It looks like anyway, looking at its body language in qualifying yesterday. We'll see how close they are as they get to the end of the Bentley Straight. I don't think he's going to be close enough imminently for a move. See when they come back into our view, coming through Nelson, and there's Wood, there's Tree. It's very close. They've got some traffic between the two. They've got some traffic incoming as well. They both get up the inside on the approach to the bomb hole, so that won't cost either of them too much time. 3.5 minutes to go, so we're going to start the penultimate lap this time by. So 2 laps and change left to run in this motor race, and that correlates on this lap. They've got some more traffic as they head toward Agostini. I think both of them should get past before or at the braking zone, and they do. So Clive Wood really pushing on here now. I think he's maybe realised his lead wasn't quite as comfortable as it was a lap ago, and maybe just putting a little more pace out. So once you get close, it's a problem.
CSP2 lead goes across the line, and we've got the challenge up the inside. The yellow flags have gone in at Rich's, and that worked perfectly for Michelle Hayward as she threw it up the inside of the yellow 76 car of Hart. She's worked away
as well, so that might not be all the way decided yet by any means. The top 2 heading through Coram now to start what will be the final lap of the race, and well, it looks to me as if on this one it's been fairly equidistant. They were 4/10 apart across the line last time. I think Cody got quite a good run actually out of the last corner, so he might be just a tenth or so closer, but he is still not quite there. And as I said,
nothing could happen in terms of closing down the centre straight this time round. Did they make any kind of challenge? No, they're still in the same order there as they come down towards Palmer. Equally, I'm trying to keep half an eye on the CSP2 fight that we saw that being made last time round by the red and white 84 car of Michelle Hayward on the yellow car of Hart.
About a second and a half as they head through Coram by the looks of it.
Up to what to do with his back marker or just compromise properly, isn't it? Let's see whether that is. That might be the number 4 car of Chapman, that very deep car.
Williams then for the final time onto the Bentley Straight, and it's a good run through Williams by the looks of it for Cody Tree, so he may get to challenge here. I don't think he's going to be close enough going through Brundle Nelson. It's going to be a matter of whether he can get close enough towards any of these braking zones. A good run through Brundle might set him up through Nelson, but it would be a bold move to say the least. It's a bold move that he's made, and Wood has gone off the track as a consequence. I'm not so sure there was no contact there. Cody Tree looked like he was backing out of it for a moment, but I think Tree and Wood may have had a little bit of a coming together there.
Well, he has managed to get going again before the number 7 car Dickens comes back in, but I agree, I wonder whether Cody Tree was backing off to allow Clive Wood back into that place. Now, actually, Clive Wood has been passed by Dickens, so actually Wood has got some damage by the looks of that. He's kind of nursing it around Gorham. He's going to nurse it towards the finish. Cody Tree comes towards... he's not being awarded the checkered flag. We've missed the leader, so the leader's lap. As I say, Cody Tree probably doesn't know that it's the end. Now, I hope the marshals that are going to be collecting them on the straight after Palmer are aware that he may come at them full pelt, and in fact, they possibly have allowed the winner to carry on round. So Cody Tree's going to do an extra lap. Yeah. Clive Wood makes his way in here. Not going to be a happy bunch.
Tree's already passed, so now the marshals.
He's now dropping down, but he has passed the line, albeit in the pit lane, so it's not being deemed, and he's going to get out of that with quite a reasonable amount of frustration by the looks of that.
Yes, I was wondering if a move would be made at Nelson. I said it's often a very difficult move to make, and unfortunately the difficulty was proven there with an attempt that went a bit awry. It didn't affect Cody Tree, at least on the circuit. Whether or not that gets looked into afterwards is another matter.
And of course, Cody Tree is still at full pelt coming through Brundle and Nelson, getting past these cars, because he has no idea he missed the checkered flag. So the winner's going to